Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another Chappie's Vape Reviews video. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I did fall off. I kind of fell off both YouTube and Instagram for a while, but I'm back at it. I'm back at it. I went to Expo in October, and that's kind of renewed my love for vaping and reminded me why I did these sorts of videos. And why I became part of the Instagram community and stuff as well. So moving forward, I'm still going to be doing juice reviews like I've been doing before, but I'm actually going to start sort of dabbling in device hardware reviews and see if we can mix it up a little bit. Pardon me. Ooh. Pardon me. Yeah, and see what we can do. See what we can review. See how we could maybe sort of change things up a wee bit. Oh dear. Pardon me. So from now on, it'll be a bit of mix and match. Do a bit of hardware, a bit of juice, maybe a bit of both, and we'll see how we get on. But for today, we're going to be reviewing this little bad boy here, the Pharaoh Mini RTA from Digiflavor and Rip Trippers. So we're going to do something new. We're actually going to go up close and personal, do a breakdown, and you know, change it up a wee bit, and we'll see how we get on. See when you get back. Okay guys, so this is the outer packaging for the Pharaoh Mini. Okay. Of course, as you'll have seen in the intro to the video, and you'll see in the up close, I have the stainless steel version. It does come in black as well. Okay. Now I have got the 2mm version of this. Now I live in the UK, so we're governed by the EU law, and our TPD legislation actually restricts the size of our tanks, and this is the EU version, so there'll be little differences which I'll go through between the European version, the 2mm version here available here in the UK and the rest of Europe, and the other versions that is available in the rest of the world, such as America and whatnot. Okay, so we go ahead and open this up. There we go. You see the Pharaoh tank and the spare piece of glass. Okay. Look at that. Lovely. Pharaoh logo in, and the little Pharaoh logo there as well. Okay. I'll have a quick look at the rest of the contents of the box. So like I said, spare piece of glass. Now with the 2mm version, this glass is for the 2mm capacity for the tank, the same as the one that comes installed. Okay, now with the other versions of this tank that is available in the US and whatnot, that spare piece of glass will actually be a 4mm tank spare piece of glass. Okay, now in the bottom of this, in the other version, there will also be a chimney extender to accommodate for that 4mm glass tank. This one, however, is the EU 2mm version, so this version doesn't actually include that. Okay, so that is the difference between this one and the version that is available in the US and other parts of the world. Okay, but here we have the user manual, how to take it apart, how to fill it. Okay. You've got an exploded view, your setup guide and whatnot. Okay. Customer service, anti-counterfeiting. Lovely. Okay. Nice and easy. Inside the bottom of the box we have another 810 drip tip. We'll get to this in just a second. In here we have an 810 to 510 drip tip adapter and a Delrin 510 drip tip. So you can fit all your basic 510 drip tips on here as well. And this little key right here will come into play just in a couple of minutes when we start to dive into the tank. So I'll leave that to the side as well. And then inside you have a whole buku of O-rings, a three-way screwdriver-y, T-boney thing, some spare springs and some spare screws as well. Okay, so that's everything that you get inside the box. Now what we're going to do, I will just grab out these other little pieces. Now what we're going to do is we are going to now take a look at the tank itself. Okay, here's the bottom of the tank, a Rip Trippers Project Pharaoh Mini produced by DigiFlavor. Okay, gold plated contact with PEG insulator. It is nice and protrudy and very, very static. Okay, so if you know what you're doing, you can rock this on a hybrid mech mod. Okay, lovely airflow, and it does click as you open it. Okay, it'll stop one way and it stops the other. Okay, so you can have nice control over how much or how little airflow you want. Okay, removable drip tip. Now I do believe this is the Rip tip, I think is how Rip Trippers himself described this. Nice and comfortable, and slots over the top of the tank like so. Okay, now the tank is top fill, so if we take it apart, take the top off, nice smooth threads on here. Now, like with a lot of RTAs and whatnot, you tend to find that when you unscrew the top to fill the tank itself, a lot of the RTAs tend to unscrew this top part here as well that holds the kidney shaped feed holes to fill the tank. However, Rip Tripper and Geek Vape have come up with this really ingenious way of stopping that I haven't seen in any other tank other than this one. And it's this tiny little bolt here, which is what this key is for. Slot it in and unscrew it like so. And what that does is that holds the entire tank together. Holds the entire tank together so that when you take off the top cap to fill your tank, this top piece doesn't unscrew from the tank itself, and then you would have a wobbly piece of glass and then juice would go everywhere, and absolute nightmare, absolute nightmare. So to have something like this to attach to it, it's just stroke of genius, stroke of genius. Just as simple as that. Okay. And then we can unscrew the top. Unscrew the top like so. Again, really smooth threads on this. It's been really well machined. There's your top piece with the red O-ring that finishes the seal on the top of the tank. Your removable glass. Okay. Now, with the other versions of this, you would have a chimney extender that would attach to this part here and bridge the gap between the top of the tank, the coil housing, and allow you to use the 4mm glass. But because this is the EU version, I don't have that. Okay. So you do have juice flow control, as you can see there. Okay. What we'll do is we'll take this off. And that's right, the Pharaoh clamp style deck. Nice and super easy to build on and to wick. There you can see your bottom flow, your bottom airflow, split into 3. Okay, and this here, and on the other side is your wick slots for your juice. Okay, now what I'll do is I will just undo this. Now these clamp style, T-bone clamp style, and it is spring loaded, so as you undo it, they will pop up nice and springy. Okay, and it just makes it super easy to build on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install the coil, wick it up, and then we can take it from there. Here we go, guys. So lovely single coil. I have a 5-wrap alien in this bad boy. Nice and easy to install. Lead in one side, lead in the other, screw it down, clamps and holds it into place. And then all I did was, with my little jig just through here, was I just pushed down on it so it dipped down into this little alcove here, so that it was just above the airflow. Okay, and she is glowing. Oh, what am I doing? And there we are, glowing from the inside out. Very nice. Okay, so what I'll do now is we shall wick it. Okay guys, here we go. So we have our wick, and I just like a bit of resistance when I wick. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cut this right there, and there should be fine as well. Okay, so once we've done that, make sure they're nice and fluffy. And I'll take these, and we shall just feed it into that there. Nice and easy. Okay, you don't have to, there we go, you don't have to pack this feed slots out at all. Okay, could maybe even do with trimming this side down just a little bit further. So I'll take off just a little bit, and then redo that. Hopefully this time you'll see it, because I think I was off shot when I did the first one. Well done. Like so. Nice and easy. And before we put it apart, put it together, I do apologize. Before we put it together, what we'll do is we shall wet the coil and the wick. Voila. Nice and easy. Vapors. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Happy days. Right, now what we'll do is we shall start to put her back together. So put the cap on. Nice and easy peasy, easy peasy. What I'll do is we'll make sure that the juice flow is closed for when we put the rest of the tank back together, and then we'll fill it up. Okay. Glass is next, and then the top of the tank. Look at that. Look how easy that goes back together. Nice and easy. Voila. Okay. Now, before we go any further, you remember that little nut? This little screw right here? Right here. You want to put that in as well. Okay, now you only ever want to screw this in when the whole tank is together. Okay, if you do it while the rest of the tank isn't together, you'll find that it'll crack the glass. Okay, so I'll just start it off by hand, and then using this flathead key, you just want to finish it off. Okay, now when it starts to tight, that's it there. You then want to give it a good extra turn, so make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, and then from there you just screw this on like so. Lovely. And that is how to take apart the tank, coil it, wick it, and then put it back together. So what we'll do is we shall now fill this bad boy up. Now, as I said before, we'll make sure the juice flow is closed, and then we'll fill her up. Look at that. Okay, like I said before, this is a 2 ml capacity because I do have the EU version. Nice 3 big feed slots that make sure the juice is evenly distributed like so. And voila! And then we'll screw the top onto this bad boy like so. And that is it done. Done, done, done. And then we can just open up the juice flow. See those bubbles. Okay, seeing those bubbles, that's a good thing. That means that it is absorbing the liquid. It is wicking efficiently. And voila. We are done and we are dusted. Okay, now the juice that I filled up with is Pingo Passion by Drippy Drip Juice Co. As I said before in the intro to this video, that along with reviewing the tank itself, I would be doing a liquid review as well. Okay, so while I've got the opportunity and we are down low, we shall have a look at the packaging for this bad boy. Okay, that's a 60 ml bottle, but this is a short fill. Okay, this is a short fill, which means they short fill it with liquid and leave space for a nicotine shots. Okay, so this is a 50 ml 60ml bottle, but it contains 50ml of liquid that is a 0 milligram. Okay, no nicotine in this bottle whatsoever, thanks to the TBD compliancy. It is a 70-30 VG-PG split. And oh, wrong way around. Here we have the website, drippydripjuice.co.uk, and social media there as well. This will all be in the crotch box below, so you can go and pay them a visit. Okay, nice. It does have a child safe top cap, so because I am an adult, I can open it up, and oh, look at that, juice everywhere. But it's a fairly standard Chubby Gorilla bottle. Okay, and this is the juice. I will be using two different devices, but we will have a look at the entire juice range here. But this is the one I will be reviewing in that Pharaoh tank. Okay, cool. Let's head back up. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, so what do you think? Yes? Yes? No? Yes? No? Yes? No? Maybe? We'll play around with it. We'll see what we can do. That's the first time I've actually done a section like that for any sort of video. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Okay? But, as a whole, not a bad device. Not a bad device. That's it there. All set up. Juiced up. Ready to go. As I said before, I've got the Drippy Drip juice coat juice in there. Pingo Mango. Pingo Passion, actually, not Pingo Mango. Pingo Passion. Pineapple, mango, and passion fruit blend. So, we'll be reviewing this as well. Now there are a couple of bits that I think I definitely missed out on of the video there. The deck, the build deck for this is actually fully removable. You can unscrew the build deck and take it out completely, because they will be releasing a couple of different styles of decks. Okay. Now I did mention the other drip tip. The other drip tip that you get in the box, and I was going to go a bit more into detail in that video, but I thought no, I'll wait until I come back up here and we'll get into it here. Now, the rip tip, brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea, and it's such a comfortable tip to use as well, you know. Such a comfortable tip to use. I think so far, from what I've used of it and from what I've seen from it, there is one con that two cons. We'll go with two cons actually. Two cons that I've come up with so far. The first one is the fact that because I live in the UK, I can only get my hands on the EU version of this, which means I am restricted to a 2ml tank. Okay, that to me is a con. It's a negative. I wish I could get my hands. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I wish I could get my hands on the standard version so I could upgrade the tank to a 4ml capacity. Okay, it's a real letdown for me that I can't do that, but thanks to the EU law and the UK government, that's a no-go. So I'm going to have to kind of get used to that, which I don't mind too much. The second con is this. this dirty looking, nicotine stained looking, medical fucking equipment looking Ultim drip tip. If you haven't guessed already, I cannot stand Ultim. Cannot stand it. It just looks horrible. And what frustrates me even more is the fact that more and more companies are starting to use it. Don't get me wrong, I know why they're using it. The fact that it's got a higher temperature resistance, it's cheaper to use, and overall easier to use than Delrin and other materials. But you can get clear Ultim. You can get clear Ultim. I've seen it. You can get clear Ultim. You can get coloured Ultim if you wish. I know that you can because I've seen it. But companies continue to use this dirty looking petrified piss. What is that? It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. So, thankfully, they put this bad boy in. Now it looks pink. Is it pink? Is it red? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is it pink or is it red? I can't make my mind up. I think it's red, but a couple of people that I've showed it to have said that it's pink. But either way, it's going to have to do, because I cannot stand using that drip tip. Cannot stand it. But yeah, okay, so I didn't mean for that to turn to quite a long rant. I ended up ranting a lot longer than I wanted to. But yes, we are going to review Pineapple Passion. Now, as I said before, Pineapple Passion is a pineapple, mango and passion fruit blend. It comes in these short fills, 0 milligram nicotine, thanks to, yet again, TPD regulations and the EU laws. But it's a short fill, so you can add your nicotine shots in there and make it up to your desired nicotine strength, 3 milligram, 6 milligram. I personally, I vape, I use 0 milligram now. Any short fill bottle that I have is a guaranteed 0 milligram nicotine. So, let's give it a bash, shall we? You get a nice sort of exotic fruit smell. The pineapple and the mango, you can smell from the bottle. You can definitely smell those two from the bottle. You get a little smell of the passion fruit, but that's about it. So, we'll give it a couple of vapes, and we'll see how we get on, shall we? That nice sort of, not overly restrictive, but restrictive enough lung hit you get from this airflow is just outstanding as well. And the flavor from this is brilliant, because it's got a conical shape at the top of the coil housing. It just intensifies the flavor. The airflow, smooth with a touch of turbulence, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. I like it. Don't get me wrong, smooth airflow is fantastic, but every so often, to get a nice sort of good bit of flavor, I think a little bit of turbulence doesn't hurt. And this I love it. I love it. I've been using it since I got it, and it's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoy this RTA. And the flavor you get from it's fantastic. Especially for a single coil. Almost every other setup that I use personally is a dual coil build. It's just my preference. This is a single coil setup. The original Pharaoh RTA that I have is a single coil build. the Pharaoh RTA that I have is a single coil, and I also rock the Pulse 22, which you'll see in a later video. You'll see that in a later video. Probably the next one, actually, to be fair. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. But as a rule, I'm a dual coil builder. But rocking this, I'm a fan of the Pharaoh RDA, fan of the Pharaoh RTA, and this Pharaoh Mini just blows them both out of the water. I can't stop gushing about it. But yeah, and the flavour I get from this juice, the pineapple, the mango, the passion fruit, just layers upon layers of tasty, tasty, fruity flavour. Love it. And it's a fruit sweet. The sweetness of this juice comes from the fruit flavours. The pineapple is not an overly bitter sort of pineapple. The mango's a nice sweet mango flavour, and the passion fruit just kind of rounds it all off. Just gives it a slight kick with the tartness of the passion fruit, but sweet at the same time. Now there's no added sweetener in this liquid, or the other two from the range as well, which will be reviewed in the next two videos along with hardware. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. I love it. I've been using this liquid for 2-3 weeks now, and I can't stop vaping any of them. The three of them are just phenomenal liquids. And yeah, I thought, why not? I've already got the other two in setups that I will be reviewing further down the line in the next sort of two videos. And the Pineapple Passion is kind of one that I'd been chopping and changing between devices. But because I was reviewing this little RTA, I thought, what a better chance than to bang this one into an RTA and see how we get on. And the flavour is just phenomenal. And you can just draw. I love it. Single coil build, run at 0.26, run it at 40 watts, as you can see there. And yeah, just warm, saturated vape in my mouth hole. I love it. I love it. Now the coils I'm rocking is it's a single coil Alien from a very good friend of mine. I buy all my coils from the man himself. Everything that I talk about in this video, I will pop links to down in the crotch box below. Okay, but the man I get my coils, Mr. Mac Coils himself. Mr. Mac Coils himself. He also does a banging cotton line as well. Slickwick by Mac Coils, and the Mac Coils, the coils that I use are always from him. I rock his Mech Aliens, which ohm out to a 0.11 as a dual build. So after using the single build, pulsing it, tweaking it, moving it around so that it fired, it glowed correctly, it ohmed out to a 0.26, which was fine, which is banging. So yeah, all the information, anything you need to know, will be down in the crotch box below. Okay, but first hardware review, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought. Should I do more hardware reviews? Should I just stick to juice reviews because this one was shit? Or, you know, just let me know. Just let me know. And yeah, as always, hit the subscribe button. Give me a follow. Give me a thumbs up. Drop down a comment. I always try to reply to every comment that I leave, that you leave. And keep on vaping. I'll see you next time.